He saw what no one should ever see: his lover, bound and helpless, beside the brother who always knew exactly where to cut deepest. Running into the night threw him into the arms of an older man whose silence was more dangerous than any threat. Between gunshots and fire, their tension burned hotter than the flames closing in. Every move balanced between trust and betrayal. Every glance felt like a touch he couldn't escape. Now he had to decide: save the man he loved, or stay with the one ready to die for him. And when the door closed and the cold morning swallowed the last heat of the night, he knew no choice would ever set him free. What will he do when the past comes knocking again? Glass burst like a shout. My phone slipped, hit the counter, and the screen spidered while the video kept playing. Skin, breath, his voice saying my name the way he only said it when we were alone. Then a second voice answered him, my brother's. I tasted metal. The kitchen tilted. It wasn't real, I told the empty room. The clip looped, his hand on his shoulder I knew since childhood, a laugh I could spot anywhere. Sweat prickled under my shirt. No, not him. I dragged the volume down and up as if sound could change truth. The timestamp mocked me, last night, while I worked a night shift telling strangers to breathe and hold still. I steadied myself on the sink-old steel, a lifeline, while more messages buzzed the counter, another moan. His band-me band caught light and turned it into a warning. I should have thrown the phone. I stared until my reflection floated over theirs like a ghost that hadn't realized the body was gone. Stop, I said, airless. Then I moved, the drawer jammed, I yanked, keys clattered between utensils. I grabbed the ring so hard the metal bit my skin. The band on my finger felt foreign, too tight. I twisted. Flesh burned, it wouldn't slide. My chest fluttered with a sick rhythm. I slammed my hand on the counter. The ring gave with a soft, obscene click and landed beside the cracked glass like an eye. I choose something else, I told the hollow house. I didn't know what that was, only that it wasn't here. Night hit like fever streetlight, scalding one cheek, wind knifing the other. The world smelled of wet asphalt. I slid behind the wheel and shut the door on the silence that wanted to say it was my fault. He had texted 100 times before. I'd answered 99. Tonight I let his name glow on the cracked screen and didn't touch it. The engine coughed awake. I reversed too fast. The alley scraped the undercarriage. I drove with the window down. My hands shook on the wheel. Blocks slid by without meaning. I didn't cry. I counted every breath. In the mirror my eyes looked glassy, rimmed in red. A preview split the glass. A photo from last week, grinning, an arm around him. My brother blurry behind us, lifting a glass. He had answered then with a heart. Now it hovered above words I refused to read. I deleted it. The vibration still buzzed against my thigh like a trapped insect. I wanted to throw the phone into the road and grind it into glitter, headlights smeared in the damp. My shirt clung to my back. At a red light, I counted to 5 the way I tell panicked strangers to do. My pulse hiccuped between numbers. Green. I went. The overpass rose ahead. Beneath it the river ran black where it cut the town like a scar. We watched fireworks there once. I bit my tongue to stop the memory. Iron filled my mouth. Good. Something I could name. The wipers beat. My breath fogged the glass eye, cracked the window wider. Night air poured in. A billboard flashed. Buckle up. Survive. What's next? What's next? I said. My laugh sounded wrong. I took the road away from the house and the hospital. The asphalt narrowed. Streetlights thinned. My hands learned the wheel's texture like proof I still existed. I thought about calling my mother. Nosh would ask for my brother. I almost charted myself. I kept driving. The ring bounced on the passenger seat. I rolled it until it warmed, then snatched my hand back as if it could burn through to whatever was left behind my ribs. Wind slid under my collar. Breathe, I told my lungs. They obeyed reluctantly. I unclenched my jaw and tasted iron. A bend revealed a stretch where a guardrail ended before the next one began a short, stupid gap the city never fixed. Beyond a ditch trees the river's black shoulder. I didn't aim for it. I didn't aim away. I drove straight. Then a sudden flicker-white eyes, an animal leaping into my beams. My foot hit the brake before my brain formed the thought. Tires screamed. The car fishtailed weight swung the rear slid into gravel. The belt bit my chest. The phone flew from the cup holder, hit my knee, and wedged under the seat, still buzzing. The world leaned. For a heartbeat, the gap filled my windshield. Then the wheels caught and skidded to a crooked stop. The engine idled. I sat with my hands on the wheel and counted my teeth with my tongue. 1, 2, 3. Wet dirt and hot rubber in the air. I killed the engine. Without the engine my body shouldno brave tremor, just a small stutter. I opened the door. Cold slid under my shirt. Gravel shifted under my sneakers. The gap in the rail was 2 car lengths away. I walked to it because I needed proof I could. Mud sucked at my soles, cold wicking up my socks. I touched the broken post splinters, bit my palm. I stared into the drop and tried to see anything but a way out. Not like this, I said. My breath fogged and faded. Behind me the phone buzzed and buzzed. I didn't go back for it. I crouched, breath stuttering, heart beating itself hoarse. A siren woke and faded. A train spoke and moved on. I found the ring in my pocket. I lifted my arm. For a second it looked like a coin that could decide a life. My fingers opened. Metal met water without a sound. The river accepted it. A branch cracked behind me. I spun, breath suspended, skin tight, no headlights. Just a shape at the edge of the dark broad, shouldered, still watching. Who's there? My voice came out hoarse. Silence, then a low answer, not unfriendly and not safe. Keep your hands where I can see them. I straightened slowly, mud tugging at my shoes, heart thudding. The figure stepped closer, careful, as if not to spook me. A flashlight glinted, the beam hit my face, and I flinched. "Are you hurt?" he asked. I opened my mouth for a heartbeat I didn't yet know. The beam hit my eyes. I lifted my hands. Boots scraped gravel. He stopped 2 steps away, broad, shouldered, steady, the kind of stillness that ends trouble. I asked, "If you're hurt, maybe turn." Slow I turned. The light skimmed ripped fabric and the smear at my collar. His fingers checked my armworm through cold cotton. "You're shaking. I'm fine. That the truth? No. But it's what I've got." The flashlight dropped to the ground, a white blade between us. There's a gap, step back. Mud held my shoes. He watched my feet like a wrong inch could ruin a life. "Car yours?" "Yes." "Phone under the seat." He nodded as if he already knew. "Come on. I don't know you. You don't have to," he said. "You just have to not die here." He led, I followed, up the slope, through scrub, across the ditch. He moved like a man who knew darkness. The barn door groaned. Hay and oil breathed out. Inside, 2 fingers, not a shove. The door closed. Night vanished. He hooked the light. Yellow settled over a bench and disciplined tools. A jacket on a nail, bandages in a tin. He looked me over like a problem he might solve. "Sit." I sat. He wetted a cloth and pressed it to my shoulder. Cold throb. His knuckles brushed my neck. "Name Micah, Ethan," he said. "Hold still." He peeled fabric, taped gauze. "You run from something or to something. From you gonna bring it in here, I don't plan to. Plans change." He rinsed the cloth, hands making water obey. "Face," he said. I wiped grime and sweat. The barn settled like a held breath. "I can pay you. Not interested. What do you want? For you to tell me if somebody's coming." "They might," I said. "He might. He, my brother," I said. The word felt wrong in my mouth. He didn't ask why. "You can't sleep in the tech room. Lock the door from the inside. I don't want to be a problem." "You already are," he said, not unkind. He tossed me a flannel. It hit my chest and slid into my hands. "Change. You'll find your phone." I turned, peeled off the ruined tee. The air was cool. The flannel smelled faintly of cedar warmth, crept back under my skin. At the door he paused. "Don't open for anyone but me." "Why?" "Because the deputy on nights drinks with your brother," he said. He texted me 20 minutes ago about a silver sedan fishtailing near the river. Cold slid my spine. "You didn't even know me." "I knew the car," he said. "Small town, long memory." "What did you tell him?" "Nothing yet." He stepped closer, not touching me. "Lock the door. Don't make me regret it." "Why, help me," he considered. "Maybe I don't like the way men look when they're cornered. Maybe I've been one." A truck rolled slow on the road. Headlights combed the slats. Ethan's jaw tightened. "Tack room," he said. Now I moved. He opened a narrow door, a cot, a blanket, a dented chair. "If anyone knocks, you don't answer," he said. "If I say your name, wait for the second time. I won't say it wrong. That's a lot of rules. Staying alive is admin heavy." I stepped in. He didn't. "Thank you," I said. He nodded. "Micah, yes. Don't look out the window," he said. "They see eyes before faces." He shut the door. I turned the lock. Footsteps, voices low. The barn door rattled and opened. "Evening, Harper," a lazy voice said. "You see a silver sedan tear up the ditch." Ethan, calm, heard tires. "Didn't see a car. You hear anything else. Rain, coyotes, you," a chuckle. "Mind if we look around? Some idiot's out here. Be a shame if he froze. You got a warrant for my barn, Travis?" Ethan asked, friendly as smoke. "Come on," the deputy said. cheer sharp. You don't make me knock twice. Silence tightened. Radio static sneezed. My heartbeat counted. 1, 2, don't move. Boots neared. The tack. Room handle twitched. I pressed my tongue to my teeth to stop sound. Ethan's weight hit the boards. You check my doors, he said, soft. We going to have a problem, Travis, a beat. Depends if it opens. It does, then we don't. The boots moved away. The barn door groaned, then shut. Silence opened. I waited 30 beats. The lock turned. The door cracked 2 inches. Ethan's eye in the slit, dark as the gap outside. Second time, he said, Micah, I let out the breath I'd kept. He passed me a cracked rectangle. Found your phone under the seat. Smashed, not dead. There's a message you should see. I don't. You should, he said, and the cot felt like a ledge. I took the phone. The screen lit in spiderweb cracks. A new video waited. The sender wasted my lover. It was my brother. Play. I hit it. He looked into the camera wearing a smile I didn't know. Come home, he said, or I'll bring him to you. The camera panned. A shoulder I knew. A gag, a chair. My lover's eyes, wide and bright with terror. The sound was a low, empty room. The clip ended. The room tilted. Ethan's hand closed on my wrist. Not hard, not soft. Micah, he said, and my name sounded like a decision. Game just changed, I said. My voice didn't shake. It did, he said. So do we. He let go. Heat remained where his fingers had been. I looked at the door. He looked at me. Tell me where your brother would take him, Ethan said, and we'll decide whether we go tonight, not if. Whether, I didn't know this man. I knew exactly enough. I pictured the storage unit by the River Unit 17 Me Brothers fishing gear. Concrete floor, 1 dim bulb, a dead camera, a cheap lock. There, I said, if he wants me scared, hell stage it. He closed the door, but the room still felt full of him. You're freezing, Ethan said, dropping a flannel on my lap. Fine, liar. His knuckles brushed mine as I took it. Heat shot up my arm. I pulled my torn shirt over my head. His eyes didn't move. You should cover up. You could hand it to me. He didn't. And give you ideas. We were inches apart now, a shadow on my skin. His gaze dipped to my collarbone before he stepped back. Sit, he said. I stayed standing. You like giving orders. You like following them. He crouched, tying the rip in my sleeve so it wouldn't catch. His fingers lingered a second too long. You don't even know me, I said. I know enough. You're trouble, and you're staying here tonight. I can't, you can. He cut in. Your brother's out there. He knows your car, and he's already asking questions. My pulse jumped. You didn't tell him no, but he's not done looking. He stepped closer, close enough that his breath hit my jaw. You're shaking, he murmured. From cold, from something else. I held his stare. You think you scare me, no, but you're smart enough to be scared. Silence, rain on the roof. He reached past me, placing his jacket over my shoulders, the move forcing me against the wall. His hand stayed there, steady, warm. If you open that door for anyone but me, he said low, you won't make it to dawn. I swallowed. Why are you helping me? He hesitated. Because I know what it's like to be hunted. He turned to leave, but stopped at the frame. Micah, don't make me regret it. The door shut. I lay on the cot, blanket rough, heart louder than the rain, knowing he was only a few feet away, and neither of us would sleep. Dawn was just a smear of pale light when we reached the storage lots. Ethan parked far back, killed the engine. Stay behind me, he said. You think him scared. I think you should be. We walked between rows of corrugated doors until Unit 17 appeared, padlock fresh and smug. The crowbar bit the lock gave. Inside rope on the floor, gag discarded, cleaner's fake lemon stinging my nose. He had him here, I said. He wanted you to see this, Ethan replied. A phone buzzed under the chair. Ethan pulled it free, cracked, cheap, open on a thread from brother. A new message blinked. Want your ring back? Unit 22, trap, Ethan muttered, but we went anyway. The door hung loose, lock undone. In the center a white cooler and a speaker. Inside the cooler, my ring and my car's fob. Take the ring, Ethan said. I threw it away. Take it back on your terms. Fishing line ran from the door to the speaker. Ethan cut it. The speaker played my brother's voice. You never did knock. Why start now? Bootsteps. The door lifted. Travis filled the gap, and behind him my brother, baseball cap low, smile thin. You left me for him, my brother said, chin tilting at Ethan. I left the version of you that eats people. He grinned. There you are. He tossed me a warm key. Unit 6. 3 minutes to choose who you trust. Ethan's hand closed on my elbow. Don't. He has him. I snapped. You don't know what he has. Travis watched like it was entertainment. Shame about your car. Shame about the gap in the guardrail, Ethan said evenly. My brother stepped closer, eyes locking on mine. You always needed a bigger shadow to hide in. Now you've got two. Let's see which one moves first. Then he turned and walked away, Travis trailing. The sound of the padlock clicking shut on Unit 6 echoed like a dare. We're not walking away, I said. We're not charging blind either, Ethan answered. We moved to the back. A rusted ladder took us to the roof. Unit 6 glowed faintly through a small pane. I leaned in an empty chair, a note on the wall in thick letters, "Turn around." I wiped my breath from the pane and froze. Movement behind us. A boot lashed out, the ladder screeched and crashed to the ground. My brother's voice floated up. Decision time. Below, Unit 6 rolled open. A man sat bound, head slumped, chest rising. Even from here, I knew him, the jaw, the scar. My lover, alive but marked. Where do you want to stand, Micah? My brother called. With the liar, or the man who never lied about what hell do to you? Ethan's hand found mine, steady. Choose, but choose like you want to live. I turned and heard the click of a gun behind my ear. Don't move, Travis murmured. Let's keep it friendly. Hands where I can see them, Travis said. Metal at my neck. Ethan didn't startle. You're aiming at the wrong man, he said. The one who hurts people is on the ground. Step back, Travis ordered. Below, Unit 6 light pulsed. The man in the chair lifted his head, tape muting him. My brother laughed. Tick-tock, Micah. Ethan squeezed my fingers unsusignal, not comfort and let go. The crowbar lay an arm's length away. You dizzy up here, Travis? He asked. I get promoted, Travis said, hands. Ethan scratched his neck, steel scraped. Travis flinched. Ethan pivoted, shoulder slamming his wrist. The gun barked skyward. I dropped, gravel in my palms. Another shape rose over the lip-cap brim. Smile at me, brother. Chain flashed, it bit Ethan's forearm with a bright, ugly sound. Playtime, he said. I kicked the chain hand. He swore and lost grip. Ethan scooped the pistol and flung it into the alley. He didn't need it. He needed seconds. Window, he told me. I rammed my elbow into the small pane above Unit 6. Plastic fractured. Ethan levered it wider with the crowbar, tearing his glove. Feet first, he said. Land soft, I dropped, ankles jolted. The chair was 3 steps away. He lifted his head, alive, terrified, real. Relief hit hard enough to bruise. I caught the tape's edge and peeled. Water, he rasped. Please. Later, I said then. Softer, yes. On the roof. Boots, a grunt. 2 minutes, Ethan called. I cut rope with the crowbar's edge. Skin bloomed red under the bindings. Heat jumped when my hands stayed too long. Above, my brother's voice drifted. You think he won't run when he sees you up close. I know who he isn't, Ethan said. The last rope fell. He sagged. I took his weight. Breath tangled, the tape's ghost stuck to my fingers. Doors locked, he whispered. Not for long. I jammed the bar under the roll-up. Steel groaned. Help. He set his hands beside mine. Push against, push the door, coughed open a foot. Shadows crossed outside boots. Ethan's voice, even. Move your feet or lose them. The boots moved. We got it waist high. I shoved him through to the corridor. He stumbled against the cooler in Unit 22 and cursed it like an old enemy. I slid after him. Ethan dropped from the roof, crouched, left arm trembling where the chain had met bone. Go, he said. My brother spun the chain, smiling wider. You'll lose the next one prettier. The smell reached us first. Gasoline. A dark trail stitched door to door like a fuse. Run, Ethan said. Flame took the path with a greedy whisper. Heat woke, breath thickened, we ran. The man I defreed faltered. Ethan caught his belt and hauled. An explosion slapped my back. I stumbled. Ethan's fist snagged my collar and jerked me upright without looking. We cut for a vine, hidden gap in the fence. Sirens grew teeth. Smoke chewed the sky. We pushed through wire and weeds, tumbled into cold air, lay still because moving hurt. Then he jerked from me like I burned. Don't touch me, he croaked. My mouth made a useless shape. Later, Ethan said. Names later, anger later, breathing now. We staggered to the truck. It coughed alive. Ethan drove like the road owed him. In the mirror, units bloomed one by one, a roll call of losses. 2 miles and a left on a farm road turned us into nobody. A shed waited under stubborn trees. Inside, a cot, a bucket sink, a box of supplies. Ethan rinsed blood from his forearm and cleaned the split in the man's lip. Sit, he told him. The man did. His eyes never left me. You're safe now, I said, hearing the lie. No, Ethan answered for all of us. He's safe for 3 minutes at a time if we're smart. Why did you come? The man asked me. You sent a video, I said. He shook his head. He did, Ethan said. The man swallowed. He told me to say your name. I didn't. Ethan wound gauze with a tenderness he'd deny. Tell me if you're staying, he said. If you're not, leave now. The man looked at me when he answered. I can't go home. That wasn't the question, Ethan said. I'll stay until I can look at him without seeing rope, he said. His fingers twitched toward mine and stopped. The air between them hummed. Ethan handed me a clean shirt. I stripped the flannel cold hit, so did their eyes. He nodded once, permission neither of us had asked for. Boots crunched outside, not Siren Sun man unhurried. Ethan lifted a finger, quiet. He glanced through a board split and didn't bother whispering. He found us. My brother's shadow slid across the seam like a cloud across a counterfeit sun. Micah, he called, soft and bright. Trade you his throat for your apology. Ethan's hand closed around my wrist, not soft, don't move. I stood anyway. The man on the cot reached and missed. Not this time, Ethan said, and his voice broke on the last word. He stepped into the doorway, shoulders square, body making a wall. You want him, he called. Take me first. The blade worried, the seam sawdust ticked down. Ethan didn't turn. Back hatch, he said. Left of the sinkly. Take him, follow the creek. Am not leaving you. You are if I say. He pressed a key into my palm. If I don't walk out, you keep walking. My brother tapped the knife like a bell. 10 seconds, he sang. The cut brightened. The man on the cot shook his head. Don't choose me over him, he rasped. I curled my fist until the teeth bit. Im choosing both, I said. And the door splintered. Go, the door didn't break, it screamed. Light knifed in, and my brother stepped through with a box cutter, and the smile he saved for church and wolves. Drop it, Ethan said calm. He stood between us like a door that chose to be a wall. Coach Harper, my brother cooed. Still recruiting the lost and the pretty, still pretending you don't know your own reflection. Micah, my brother said, ignoring him. Walk out with me or I'll make a video that gets more views than your vows. I don't have vows any more, I said. You were always our audience. He moved. Ethan moved faster. Wrist to wrist. Shoulder to chest the blade kissed Ethan's skin and skittered under the cot. Go, Ethan said through his teeth. Hell kill you, the man I saved rasped. Back hatch, Ethan told me. Not leaving you. You are if you want me alive. My brother twisted, elbowed Ethan's ribs, dove for the cot, found the cutter because of course he did, and slashed it at the man beside me. I yanked him behind me, the blade slit air in my sleeve. Stop, I said. He smiled. There you are. He feinted right, crossed left Ethan, pinned his forearm to the wall. The cutter fell. Listen, Ethan said without looking away. I knew him at 16. His favorite lie is that he's the only one who'll love you without asking you to change. Confession. Ethan said, I've heard it from better monsters. You kissed one once, my brother snapped. He was my age. I told him no. I'm telling you no now. My brother rammed Ethan's wound. The cutter flashed up again. Enough, I said, stepping forward, palms open. You want me? Fine. No videos, no audience. Me. Say you're sorry, he said. For what? For choosing men like him. He nodded at Ethan, and broken lights like that. He flicked eyes at the man behind me, for becoming someone you don't recognize. I saw the small boy had been. I'm sorry, I said. I'm sorry I didn't leave sooner. He flinched, then swung. Ethan took the hit. His hand closed on my brother's, wrist his other gripped the back of his neck with practiced strength. Drop it, Ethan whispered. Make me. I stepped in, close enough our foreheads might have touched. Stop, I said again. The blade fell. You don't get to break him to keep me, I said. You broke me. No. I stopped being your favorite mirror. He tipped his chin toward the man I'd saved. Ask him what he told me. The man swallowed. He told me to say Micah's name. He said had cut less. I didn't. You begged. My brother sneered. I breathed. The man said. That was all. Sirens thinned through the trees. Travis or fire or both. Decision ticked. Ethan pushed my brother to the wall and stepped back. Blood ran to his wrist. He didn't wipe it. Choose, he told me. If you go with him, I can't keep you. If you stay with me, I can't keep you safe. You're not helping, I said. I am with truth. My brother softened his voice. Come home. Well, make a story they can't ignore. The man's fingers trembled on my shoulder. Don't go, he breathed. I looked at Ethan. You knew Head used him to pull me. Yes, he said, and I let you choose me anyway. He's already chosen for you, my brother said. Ethan surprised me. He stepped in, fisted my flannel, and kissed me. It was an answer I hadn't asked out loud. I kissed him back. He broke it first. "Now you know," he said. "Now choose." Sirens yelped closer. Travis called from the trees, "Micah, don't make me write paperwork." "You kissed him in front of me," my brother said, stunned. "You always wanted an audience," I said. He lunged. Ethan didn't block. He stepped aside. My brother hit the floor with all his momentum. By the time he pushed up, Ethan had the cutter and flicked it out the hatch into the creek. "Hands," Travis called at the threshold, gun low. Deputies slid in behind him. Smoke rode the wind. Ethan lifted my hands instead of his. "You're walking out," he said. "With or without me, when they ask, tell the truth that keeps you breathing." "What truth?" "That he did it." Ethan said, "Eyes on my brother, and that I let you go." Travis swept the room with the gun. On the ground he told my brother. My brother held my eyes while he went to his knees, slow and theatrical. "This is the ending," he promised. "I know," I said. Ethan's shoulders loosened by a fraction. He swayed. I caught him. "Don't," he murmured. "You'll make it harder, letting me be held. I'm done choosing alone," I said. Travis cuffed my brother, and Reed Wright's head practiced wrong his whole career. The man I'd saved stood on his own now, watching me like I was both bridge and water. When they pulled my brother up, he smiled once more. "You'll call," he said. "You'll want to ask why he did it." "I already know," I said. "We were both lonely. Only one of us learned what to do with it. They took him." The shed breathed after. I pressed gauze to Ethan's arm. "You shouldn't have kissed me," I said. "You shouldn't have kissed me back." "Rest," Ethan said. "I can't, not with you standing there." He sat. The warmth stayed anyway, like a mark you can't wash off. The shed seemed to lean after they left, Wood listening for what we wouldn't say. Ethan breathed, eyes on the doorway like the past might return if he blinked. The man I'd saved set the cup down with fingers and didn't thank me. Gratitude would have made the room smaller. "Dawn," Ethan said, "we make new rules at dawn." The shed was too quiet after they took him. Outside, the sirens dissolved into the trees, leaving only the creek whispering under the hatch. Ethan sat on the cot, arm bandaged, eyes fixed on the door like he could hold it shut by will alone. The man I'd saved lay back, one hand over his face. "Is it over?" he asked. "No," I said. "It just stopped making noise." I crossed to the chair where my flannel lay. The ring was still in my pocket, cold as the moment I'd thrown it. I didn't put it on. I left it on the table between us, a coin neither of us wanted to flip. Ethan looked at it once, then back at me. "You could go," he said. "New town, new name, leave us both behind. Y'd let me." He smiled without heat. "I'd hate it, but I'd let you." I stepped to the hatch, looked at the gully cutting through frost, bitten weeds. The air tasted of smoke and rain. Somewhere far off, a car door slammed, not close enough to be a threat, just close enough to remind me it could be. When I turned, Ethan was watching, unreadable. The man on the cot had his eyes open now, fixed on me like he already knew I wouldn't answer either of them. If he turns around, I thought, he'll stay. He didn't. I stepped outside, the cold closing around me. The ring stayed on the table, catching a strip of pale light from the crack in the wall. I didn't look back to see who would pick it up. Somewhere behind me, the shed door shut. The sound was small. The silence after was bigger.